Hi guys. I feel like I owe you all some form of apology because up to all these videos, I've done 15, 16 of them, and I haven't shown you how to add sound. So, to add sound, first and foremost, I've got a couple of assets which I need to bring in. I've got my backing track, and I've also got, I should have a plop sound on here somewhere. Couldn't think of anything else and to use for this, but it's just what I had available to me at the time. So they're both MP3 tracks, they load in, and you can have a little mess around them if you want with you, but in fact, I'm not going to at this stage. All I'm going to do is drag the 8-bit track onto the scene, and it will appear somewhere here. So in fact, I have to add it across to the hierarchy, and I'll drop it there. Now over on the right hand side in the inspector, it's basically saying what do you want to do with it, what volume do you want, and this and that. Now I want it to play straight away, that's what play on awake is. I want it to loop around, and I don't actually want the volume to be that high because it's just background music. So if I just press play on our game, I'm not actually going to do anything other than just sit and wait, and hopefully the track will start to play. Yeah, you go. So there's a backing track basically on loop for the entirety of the game. Now, other thing, now if I want a sound effect to happen, so basically if as I collect something or if I walk in or if I kill something, I've got this like smaller little high plot noise here. My plan is for when I collect these coins, these cubes then as it's spinning, I want it to make a noise. So on my item collector script, I'm just going to add something here, and this is basically the same thing which you would add to any I think it's capital S for this audio source plop, I'm going to call it. But basically, if you want to add a sound in, you need to put it up in the variables then. And when you want it to be triggered, so basically when I collect something here, and it doesn't matter really where it goes at this point, I'm just going to say plop dot play. And then I think I just put, there we are, close and open brackets and semicolon at the end. Now, if I save that and go back, I just want to make sure that it's okay with the audio source with the capital S, so it seems to be happy enough. Now, you might think, oh, great, that should work. Now, it won't because I need to add an empty. I'm going to call it plop, and then I'm going to drag the sound onto it. Now, once I drag it up onto it, I don't want it to play on awake and I don't want it to loop or anything. I actually want to untick that because I only want it to be triggered when I actually bump into each of these kind of like coins collectibles then. So if I press play, I'm hoping that should work now. No, it won't actually. I just realised stupid. I'm going to have to stop playing there a second. My bad. When the player goes to item collect, the plot bit is still saying, well, what is this plot bit? And now I've actually dragged and dropped it here. I've just got to drag that across, drop that there, and hopefully when I actually go and bump into those things, it should make a plop noise. So there we go. Hey, so the sound plays. So like I said, it is literally 2 lines of code to actually make things happen. So as you noticed then, when I went to the new scene, your you win scene, the sound actually stops itself. So you'd actually maybe put another sound onto that scene to say, well done, you won, some kind of da-da, or something along those lines. But just to say as well, there are kind of lines of code you can use, and in fact, I might go and find them for you. Bear with me. Yeah, there are lines of code where you can actually make a bit of audio source actually fade out, fade in, and stop, and so on. So I'm not going to go through it on this. I'm just going to scroll down to give you some indication, and maybe you do a little bit of research yourself.